So it's that time of year. We're thinking about gardening. We're thinking about flowers. And while I was laid up, I had a lot of time to like just watch silly videos. So I saw these TikToks that were showing these simple wildflower gardens that they just laid seed. And some of them didn't even clean off the grass or the weeds. So we have a couple spaces on our house that just are weird corners. They're hard to mow. So we thought we would go ahead and try one of them around our bird feeder. And if it works, wonderful. If it doesn't, then so be it. But why not give it a try? So since we put the bird feeders up, I want to get some color because the plants right now that are out in front of our house do not have a lot of color. And then this area is kind of hard for Chris to mow. And then it's so weird having the rocks against the house. So Chris is gonna come out. He's gonna, well, I'm still in recovery. He's gonna move the rocks and he's gonna see how much of this, our road is so noisy. See how much of the rocks, or take the rocks, move them, see how much of the dirt and the grass he can remove. I'm just gonna lay some wild flowers along this. We're gonna start with just this area first to do some wildflowers. Probably just like out to like this area so he can just, whatever's easiest for him to mow. Since, you know, as you can already see, sunflower seeds I've already decided to start growing from the bird feeders. So yeah, around the whole house are these annoying rocks. Like, see, the grass is still coming through. So I would like to put it on here, but we've got gauges and stuff like that. And then we have this dish that needs to come out. And then we're just gonna start laying the rocks because this is another weird area. They're still working on our central air and air conditioner unit, but so he's just going to start filling this in with the rocks, just because this is another weird area angle to mow at. So the road is so loud. So yeah, so that's Chris's project. He's gonna work on a little bit until it gets hot because it's direct sun all day long at this spot. And we have a supervisor. I don't know if you can see Tinder or not. Oh, there's Head. He's like, what are you doing? I have to supervise you. This is my bird watching station. What are you doing? So we said, we thought when we bought the house, they staged it with the plants and stuff. Look at, so underneath there is all those rocks. And they really just dug. We talked about them staging. So yeah, she just, in the rocks, put the plant. I mean, it worked, I guess. But so there's rocks underneath all these plants that I have not been very good about caring for by any means. Well, I'll get to it, y'all. I'll get to it. It's just the end of May, right? go. Crazy corner. Hard to mow. Hi. Okay, we'll plant seeds tomorrow night. Been a long day. Okay, so I heard it's going to rain, so I think I should get these seeds since he cleaned that up. So one of them is a perennial. I think the rest are just annuals maybe, I don't know. Doesn't really matter, I'm just happy to get something planted because I really didn't study what I ordered. I just ordered what looked pretty. So, zinnias, probably a mixture. I'm just going to mix all of them together. Paint from painting today. Some seeds stuck right there. These are dahlias. And then chrysanthemums. That'll work, right? This is as simple as it gets. Some of the TikToks that I saw didn't even remove the grass, and they just put the seeds right on top of the grass and then some peat moss, and then they had these beautiful flowers. So we're hoping for the best. I'm hoping for some flowers, but I guess Tater will keep an eye on it and let us know how it's growing. So I cannot believe in a week's time this is what it looks like. The seeds are already coming up. Is that not crazy? Oh my goodness, y'all. So we'll see how it goes. I'll try to remember to share the process with you all. Unfortunately, the mole dug in here. Anyway, so yeah, in a week's time, that's what it looks like. So we got some rain going on, so everything is under tarps. So if you want to look at it, you've got to lift up the tarp and then try to remember where it's at. So lots of cool pieces here today. Chris is my tarp lifter. So you can take a quick peek. Just because we're peeking at it doesn't mean we're going to get it, but we're peeking at it.
Monkey.
Little scary monkey. Do not get scary monkey?
No.
Oh. Little sweetie though. Big old slot of everything.
Thermometers. 1954.
Movie Club 1954. Cool. Lots of thermometers. This is what I came for in the hopes to take home a few pieces. Hopes anyway. You'll see, lots of other people want it too, so there's that. So let's hope. That's neat. Dragonfly. Just a little votive holder, but look at those. Just put a whole bunch of little trinkets, little treasures, and there's glass. Interesting. I do think they're interesting. Talking mug. Oh, the Budweiser. He's more a Clydesdale though, guys, so yes. Oh, hello, littles. So lots of metal, old. So Chris is hoping. That's all I can do is hope. Some butter pants. I don't know if there's any, just white. Little engines.
Oh, it's got all sorts of little tool equipment to it. Drill press, saws, lathe.
Yeah.
Told you, lots of those. Another one, look at that one.
That's an answer of no, huh?
Ah,
Got a few in
but
the
it's
house.
got its tail and its mane.
Nice.
Food trucks here, so now the generator started, but yeah. Last little bit, a whole bunch of USA planters and Shawnee planters. And then we have rows of digging in totes. So not a huge, but some good pieces.
Took a long time to find a lot of that.
It was hiding, is that what you're saying?
No,
Oh, to collect it.
that was my collection.
3,300, 34, 3,500, 36, 3,500 bid, 36, 3,600 work, 3,500 bid, 36, 37, 38, 39, 4,000, 4,100, 42, 4,100, now 42.
Mel, you want me to move that?
Hi guys, welcome back to Ginger Chick The Journey. So in today's video, we are taking you to an auction, as you saw. My main purpose for that auction was the Jadeite. Yes, so in the pictures on auctionzip.com, which is where you can find where you may have some local auctions, you'll be able to look up. I had been eyeballing this auction. I thought that when I was in the hospital, I missed out because while I was in the hospital, I did miss out on another auction that had like a whole bunch of Jadeite. Not as much as this one, but I did miss out on that one. Jadeite is really hard to come by in our area. It's not easy to find the vintage, the older stuff. So, yeah, so we'll start right off with that. You saw I lost it. I got competitive. The next thing you know, I was bidding $4,000 and above. You know, that couple came, they told me they'd come from Bay City, which from that auction is like from the Thumb area. I'm not sure like how long a drive that is, but that's the only thing they came from, and they were going to be taking that home. So usually they would have pieced out at an auction, but the auctioneer had several offers to buy the whole lot. Like people had offered that. So when he came over to that table, he's like, okay, I'm just going to try to. So yeah, there's a few, like 3 of us, I think, jumped right in. And yeah, so, and he probably thought, oh my gosh, Yvonne, you were crazy at $4,000. But if you start piecing those vintage pieces out, there was a lot of pieces I have never seen. Cake plate, oh my gosh, a cake stand, a vintage cake stand. Like I said, it was all vintage. Only like a handful were even chipped. Like there was a whole stack, probably, I don't know, 20, I don't know, I didn't count them really, but there was a whole stack of restaurant-ware plates, and only one in that whole thing was chipped. So you start adding that up. Yeah, yes, anyway, so lost out on that. I'm sure Chris was probably happy that I lost out on that. You know, I'm like, oh, you don't stop, and I just couldn't stop, but I wasn't going to give that away because I really wanted to come home with that. And I feel sorry for lots of other people who I'm sure they left very sad, because I know there was other women that or other buyers anyway, that just came to buy some Jadeite and then they sold it as a group. That is very saddening. It is what it is. It's the auctioneer's choice of what he wants to do. He actually had gotten some offers, or a offer before the auction even happened. So then I'm glad that he was smart enough to know if he did not have that Jadeite there, and all those people drove for that Jadeite anyway. So that's enough of the Jadeite. Lick your wounds, go on your way. You know, I shake the couple's hand because I'm a good sport. It's all about who has the last bid and is willing to pay up. So they saved me, you know, $4,000. So anyway, so there's that. So, but we did stay for the whole auction because along the line, there were bits and pieces, and that's just what you do. We don't, right now I'm not going to a lot of estate sales. I'm not able to do a lot of Goodwill, health reasons, and just timing. So an auction's where it's going to be at. So you just kind of hang out. So yeah, so we'll share with you what we got. It was a good day. I thought I got some great pieces we're staying for. They had quite a vintage and antique collection that they were getting rid of. So it's always, I'm always happy to stumble across it. That's the one thing, like estate sales and estate auctions, is that it's all these antiques. I mean, you see the pictures right there. You know they're going to be there. You don't know what you're going to spend on them, but you know that they're going to be there, and you know it's all the good stuff. I love garage sales, but the hard thing about a garage sale is, like, you don't know. Sometimes they picture it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you're just going by a sign, and then you're like, oh, it's all baby clothes, and I'm out of that stage. So anyway, so let's get to this wonderful haul. So I'm just going to take the camera down. A lot of them are, I actually got, a few are big pieces, but a lot of them are small pieces. And we're going to start off with Chris this time because he got some wonderful pieces. As you saw, there was a lot of metal toys. Toys? Am I saying it right, Chris?
Metal trucks.
Metal trucks. There we go. I don't know.
Manly trucks.
Manly trucks. Just like women can't collect it. But we'll start off with him first.
All right. So the first truck that I got was this one. I think it's pronounced Windote. It's a front end scoop that would have just, a kid would have been putting sand in the back of the truck and dumping it. But what really got me was, look at the wheels. They're actually like hubcapped and stuff. I checked these out online. They sell for decent money, but I did have to pay up for it. So with my booth, I've been mainly doing Tonkas, and they're not selling all that great. So what I'm looking for now is like the rare, the really weird kind. This is a Structo. It's a rocker is what it's called. And what it would have done is just held more stuff, more dirt or rocks. And then you pull on the thing and it would have dumped. Now this big boy, I did look it up before the auction. And it's funny too, because there was this. I said, well, that's not a complete set. And then down on the next table was the tractor for it. So I picked up this one also. Yet again, there were a lot of guys there that collect these or resell them at a high price, because you do have to pay up for these now.
Yes, plain and simple, the metal trucks, there's so many people who collect them. There's so many people that resell them. And that's what I kind of said to Chris, you know, I pay up for stuff because it's rare. I mean, I know at every auction you guys kind of see all the metal trucks and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm like, you're just gonna have to sometimes bite the bullet and just take the risk and see what happens.
And some of these I might update my collection, like that front scoop. I am probably going to take something out of the barista cabinet that I've got them in and exchange it for that one, just because it is very rare.
So first off, I did get this vintage sled. Look at this beauty, look at that wood. I know it's not the season, but it's a great time to buy Christmas like this that I don't see a lot of. I have a vintage Santa Claus. I thought in the season when I go to resell it, if I don't keep it, that would be a great thing to display him on because he's a big Santa. Now this piece I bought because it had all these older, I've seen these at the Shipshewana auction before. They don't have any little stands and somebody put them behind glass, but I'll go ahead and take these little guys out. They're very cool pieces. So yeah, it's just a project piece. It's not in there very well as I just flipped that over. Okay, so y'all saw all the little animals and you know that I love animals, especially farm animals. So there were these 3 bags of vintage, older, hard plastic. There's just like a mixture of all of them in here. And I know a lot of people would probably like some of these. So I thought that, I mean, my gosh, there's a ton in here. So these are much older. We got lots of little dairy cows, lots of the horses, some other little horses. I mean, there's just a ton in here. Of course, yes, I wish they were metal, but they are definitely older, hard plastic. Look at this little set. It's little ducks. Look at the little ducks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's ducks. I had to double check myself. But some more. We do got a turkey and a sheep. So I've got some great project pieces. And then we got a little donkey, burro, whichever way you want to call it. Look at the pig. Oh, just some great, and you can tell that they've been loved and played with. This is a clay bulldog.
Little English bulldog.
Little English bulldog. That is so funny. But yeah, there's just some great pieces in here. So some project pieces, but I will definitely be more than happy to list some on eBay for you all, like a mixture. And then this was a whole bag of pigs. So a whole bag of the black pigs. Pretty cool. Oh, hold on. I think there's a turkey in there. Oh, there's a black cow. There are a couple black turkeys. Oh, there's a little... 2. Cute. And they are just a really hard plastic. So I did... Look at this. Friendly Acres Dairy Barn. So it's metal. And then the pigs were in there in that little... So I thought this would be great to set up with some of the dairy cows for resale. This would be definitely shippable because this doesn't weigh as much as a wooden one or like a heavy metal one.
Well, it's smaller too.
Yes, and it's much smaller. So there's that. And then I did pick up a couple of, I don't know if this is cellulose, but it's definitely, the white has aged.
Yeah, they look like
So-
they got sunburned.
Yep. So we got a dairy cow and then a little sheep. And the only metal one, unless there ends up being some metal one, I picked up was this little cow. I was hoping, I thought that these two were on the metal table, but that's not. That's plastic. So darn it all. Anyway. And then there were these two pieces that got thrown in. The horse is a little bit on the broken side. So I'm not quite sure right off the bat what I'll do to them. But when Chris was bidding on one of his trucks, there was a random fence. I think there's a couple different
Styles in there.
in there, and he's right. Yeah, I definitely could put a fence in with some of these animals in the little dairy barn.
Windmill?
So this is a nice, I mean, it's a little bit on the broken side, but we're used to that. But I liked the vintage of the aged galvanized on it. So it needs a little bit of Chris's touch so that it's not top heavy. It's standing up now, but it probably could use a little bit heavier of a base. And you know, my heart is for primitives, and so here's this little chunky pig with wheels. So, and I mean, he's not anything special, but I think he's special because he looks very primitive, and I love primitive. This scale, because there wasn't any external weights that could be stolen in a booth. Scales are very heavy, but a lot of times they'll have some kind of a weight on them, but this one had this nice little weight system. The porcelain is in good shape, not cracked or anything, so it should clean up very nice. Now you saw all the Shawnee and the US pottery, I guess USA pottery, I don't know, planters. The only two that I picked is I love this little blue, like collie. What kind of dog do you think this is? I just like the blue color of it, and I thought it was in great shape. And then this larger pie bird. So I didn't really pick a lot because I really don't know too much about, I know a little bit more about McCoy, but not so much about Shawnee and USA pottery. So I did get the grouping of children's kitchen utensils. This is really neat. It has a pastry board. Oh my gosh, that is so neat. So probably the rolling pin with it. And then cute little cookie cutters. And I love these little measuring cups. And then I absolutely love little mashers. So just little odds and ends that came with that. The little egg beater. Oh my goodness, too sweet. This came in a box. The scissors came in a box. I've never seen pink before. So I don't know too much about these type of scissors, why this is here. Please let me know what kind of scissors these would have been.
That would have been for opening a can.
A can?
Yep.
Okay. W-I-S-S, WIS. So if you know anything about these scissors, give me a comment. I picked this up for, nothing went under $2 at this auction.
What year is it?
1927, but I love
almost 100 years old.
I know, I love advertisement. I love putting things in Flower Frogs, sticking something in, like little vignettes. I need to make y'all some on the other channel. I just got to get my motivation back. I thought this set was just, it's still in the box.
Is it Jadeite?
I wish it was Jadeite. It's the only green color I came with. So Miss Tootsie's breakfast set. So still in the box, cute as a button. Look at all these littles. I'm sure it was probably like a dollhouse type of thing, but oh my gosh. Box, that fun vintage green color. Look at the little silverware.
Well, it's never been used. It's still wrapped in plastic.
Right, so this is exactly how I would sell it. So I don't know what that said. Hand painted, not hand painted. Somebody, 11/30/36. Huh. 29 cents, y'all. Oh my gosh. What do you, can't even buy anything for a quarter nowadays. So there was a, because you guys all know, I love Butter Pats. There was a whole bunch of McDonald's toys. And this was in the box of McDonald's toys, and I overheard a girl saying that they wanted the McDonald's toys, and I just wanted the one Butter Pat. So yeah, we kind of struck a deal. I wouldn't bid on it if she let me buy this offer. So that was awesome. So yes, and it is ironstone. Awesome. So not everybody, you know, sees the same thing. And if you look over here, there was a whole basket of Butter Pats. Now they're not the white, but I thought, you know, do they have to be white all the time? You know, the white are hard to find. Unfortunately, they're expensive to resell. So if you want a collection, I thought these would be fun. I don't think that's a Butter Pat. But anyway, those are kind of fun. And these are some unique shapes. And then I did get my hands on a Christmas box. This is the stuff that I pulled out of the box. Look at this beadwork. Unfortunately, if somebody knows how to fix it, it looks like it's missing some, but I still think that's a cool piece. I'm not going to just get rid of that. This is what I saw, the little cellulose. Oh, his little ear's broken, but we can put him in a little display at Christmas time. But yeah, these little deer are what I saw in there. There was a couple little, I think this is, yep, this one's a shiny bright. So there was just 2 little vintage bulbs in there and a couple little more cellulose, little donkey, and then these little cute little plastic nativities. I thought were very cute. I can't wait to start making it all for Christmas. And then I thought, my gosh, he looks old, doesn't he? So I looked him up on eBay and he said 1964. So he's got glass eyes.
Beard needs bleached.
Yes, he's yellowed over time. He needs a little help with his hair, but he's pretty darn sweet. You know, everybody decorates for Christmas differently. And then this little troll, I don't know how old he is, but he does say China, but I thought, you know, still pretty cute. And then this was just a random box. I thought, you know what? I love the nativity on there, and I can see using it maybe in one of my Christmas vignettes. So then we got some medals, I'll call it. So first up was this cute little bunny on a leaf. Would hold a candle. Thought he's got some patina. Look at this little patina going on. Oh, very cute. And then we have some ducks sharing on an umbrella. That is very cute too. A little bit of patina going on. And then the other brass piece is like a receipt holder. I thought that was neat with the hands. And then I've talked about these trophies before, that they are collectible. So this says Kalamazoo Movie Club 1954, Stanley Stevens.
Way to go, Stanley.
Yes, way to go. Made in Miami. Chicago, Miami, I don't know. But those are pretty cool. Now this is a stained glass with the dragonflies, but it's just a little tea light holder that I think will clean up very wonderful, but it's the nice heavy stained glass. I've sold smaller ones of stained glass like this before, so I'm pretty sure that it's going to clean up nice. And then let's backtrack to this beautiful thing. Now, I love cubbies. I know it doesn't have all the cubbies, but that would give people more area to display stuff. But what got me is the old wording that's left on there. So I probably would leave that alone. I could probably do a little bit of restore just on the top.
Maybe try to bleach out that water stain a little bit.
Because of the water stain, yeah. So maybe sand just that area, but leave this area alone just to bring that back to life. But pretty cool piece. And then this vintage sales office sign, way cool. Love it. So, yeah.
In the box of Christmas also, there was icicles.
I guess I set those there. I'm not sure.
Oh, the good thing about those is, I mean, they last all year long because you find them all year long.
That's true. That's true. And then you can finish up, Chris.
All right. So when I was going out to the van, I told Yvonne, I said, there's a metal basket with some tools on it. I wanted the metal basket. She thought I wanted the tools.
So it's an egg basket, but it's got actually, well, I can make something out of that. It's got holes in the bottom of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a different style. Usually it's just all wire, so this one actually has a solid bottom with holes in it.
Yeah. So I thought that was fun.
And there's some other neat things like those pulleys and stuff that I'll probably reuse in something. Up here, a couple things that I got. An old oil bottle. Those seem to sell fairly decent. Depending on the advertisement, I'll have to look this one up and see what kind it is. They were selling this. I got this really cheap. It's just a small tool set, but small sell. So I can just put that in our lock cabinet with the price tag on it, and they'll probably sell in a couple of weeks. This came with one of Yvonne's things. It's a lucky horseshoe, and I guess the luck is if you can get the marbles into those pins, into the holes. I won't be able to do it. The pliers, nothing big. She found those. Those will end up going into an auction box. And then the one thing that I got here is this old tool cabinet or tool chest. But what's really weird about this one is it was made out of walnut on the inside. I don't know if you can tell, but that's actually walnut.
On the outside too?
I
mean, look at that.
It could be. Yeah, I guess it is.
Walnut. So
it's a walnut box, and I've never really seen one. I mean, most of the time they're made in oak or pine, you know, because they were meant to be beat up. And it did come with a couple of tools in it.
So it looks like this was something to do with knives. I did not look up the wording. I just know that I can get that paint off. I can make the top look better. Like when sanding it, of course, I'm not going to be sanding the word off. I'm sorry that it's got that water damage. It did its time. So yes, just taking some 220 sandpaper, I think we'll just take that off enough. And then when I was starting to sand this, I'm like, well, maybe that isn't paint. I don't know. But I don't think that's going to hurt the resale of it at all. So gotta love Howard's Restore and Finish. And I'm using walnut since this is a dark piece. And look at it, just bringing this piece back to life. Okay, so this is after I cleaned it, sanded it, restored, and finished. I actually think that it made the wording stick out even more. So well worth a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of time cleaning it up. Okay, so do y'all think I was crazy going up to $4,000 on Jadeite? Well, you have to know your market. You have to know your resale. You kind of have to do your research. Probably somebody knows better than I and thinks I'm completely crazy. So, well, but they walked away with it and they're resellers also. So anyway, so that was this week's haul. Let us know down in the comments. Do you enjoy our auction videos? Do you like coming and seeing what is there with us and what we bring home? So again, thanks for watching today's video, and we will see you next week and you can see what we're up to. Bye.